Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I haven't made a video in a long while, but today I thought I'll come online and have a bit of a chat with you guys and just recap a couple of things. A lot of IMG's doctors are now moving to Australia, and there seem to be quite a few questions. So today's video is going to focus on two main things. Number one is that if you are an IMG doctor and you want to move to Australia, then what sort of exams and things you need to do. So really just some basic fundamentals. And then if you're already over here and you want to specialize, particularly in the GP pathway that I'm doing, then I will talk about a little bit about that as well, and actually burst a few myths regarding the exams and AMC exams as such. So number one, if you're an overseas doctor based out of, say for example, India, Pakistan, South Africa, or Latin America, wherever you are, you need to do what we call the AMC exam. So it has two parts. So part one is an MCQ exam. Once you've done the part one, you're actually eligible to work in Australia. So you don't have to do the second part. However, doing the second part increases your chances of finding work, but it's not necessary. You can get on to a limited registration. So my advice for people is, rather than worrying about exams, particularly the part two, if you've done part one, just apply for jobs and try to get into the job. So that'll be number one. Obviously you have to do the English exam before you start any job, so that's just going to be important. So 7 each in IELTS or equivalent in PTE. I think it's about 79 that you need to get in PTE, but double check that. Their scoring systems has recently changed a little bit. So that's number one. Now, if you have already done those two steps, AMC part one and the English exam, then you have two options. Either you can go in the hospitals and work in the hospital, or you can work into the GP pathway, which is if you want to do general practice in the future, then there's no point of going into the hospital pathway. So if you want to do general practice, you actually do not need to give AMC2. All you need to do is sit in what we call an interview exam. It is similar to AMC2, but it's a lot easier. They give you 4 cases and you have to talk through those cases in a general practice context, talking more about surveillance and preventative health and things along those lines. And that exam is called PESCI. Now, if you pass that exam, then you can come and work in any general practice in Australia, and believe me, the jobs in general practice are 100 times more than the hospital jobs. So just quite a few jobs in general practice. And also, if you're coming from overseas, you can work anywhere. There's no restriction on you unless you become a permanent resident in Australia. So in a nutshell, those are the things. If you have any questions, touch base, and more than happy to chat. We'll have our email down below. Also, you can contact me on WhatsApp. Also, you can touch base on social media, and we'll have all the handles in there. Thank you very much. Ciao.